What's up, y'all? This is a Black Manga Critic. We are back on a weekly Shonen Jump Monday. And Hunter x Hunter, y'all, that greatness, that to God, greatness that is Hunter x Hunter, y'all. Chapter 372. Now, again, if Togashi gives us 5 chapters, that's fine with me. It doesn't bother me because back pain is some real stuff, okay? Back pain is real stuff. All right, that's no joke. So if he wants to give us 2 chapters, okay, you know what I mean? Like, nah. I don't want to hear any slander about he's lazy. He don't want to. Nah, back pain is real stuff. And when you have back issues, it basically haunts you for the rest of your life. It's very difficult to have like some issues with like your spine or your back or whatever, and for those issues to just magically go away. I've never seen it. You know, I haven't really seen it. That's not to say it's impossible. It's just that back issues are like back issues. And let's say like if you rupture like your Achilles or your tendons or your ligaments and stuff like that, those are the types of injuries that like are very difficult to return, like after that to return to normal. So Togashi, like, my heart's out, to you. Be comfortable. Be comfortable, Togashi, please. That's all I ask. Because you've already given me Yu Yu Hakusho. You've given me a Hunter x Hunter 2011 anime. You've given me a lot of stuff. You've given me the manga. You've given me the Hunter x Hunter manga volumes. I'm happy. Of course, yeah. Do I want the story to end? Do I want to see the end of the story? Of course. But not if the author, the manga, has to be in like excruciating pain to write it. Nope. I'm not about that. No. I would not wish that upon anybody. Okay. So let's go. Let's do it. Boils with what? Oh, you're not you haven't read Hunter x Hunter? What happened? Okay, I mean if you haven't read Hunter x Hunter, okay. But it shows what? What happened? Raining this week and the streams are relaxing. Cool. I'm glad the streams are relaxing, Dragonite. Yeah, I mean like I'm gonna read chapter 372. That's what I'm gonna do. All right. Okay. Let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. I haven't been spoiled or anything like that. I'm just gonna read the chapter. I don't know what you're talking about when it comes to spoilers. I'm not sure. But let's get into it, y'all. But thank you for coming through, Hardcore Otaku. Thank you. Okay. Oh, come on. You're being way too obvious. Okay, so that's one of the first Princess guards, I believe. Amateurs can't make that much aura right off the bat. You're advertising your experience. What was the point of not raising your hands? Are Ninth Prince Hulkenberg's people idiots? Schedule. Yuhidai. Yes. You can use Nen. Are you testing me? Huh? No, we're not. About that. Can we talk to you alone? Oh boy. This would be interesting. For security reasons, I can't step away from here, and I can't let you approach me. I can talk to one of you after class. Okay. So they're not self-aware. They're either manipulated or it has to do with their prince's Nen beast. It may be their goal to stay in the room. I'd like to be present as a precaution, depends on how Kurapika thought of me firing my gun. The other one was arrested by the Royal Army. Only one more secret Nen user. This one's hiding it well. The rise of the aura above him looks natural, and the flow coming from his auras, and the flow coming from his hands looks just like the uninitiated. This one's a master. Must be the assassin. Ooh, yo, we got some Nen masters up in here, y'all. I love this. I love this stuff that Tagashi's been giving us. Even before the hiatus, where he was like, you can tell so much about a Nen user just based off of how their aura flows. You know what I mean? I love that. I love that. Little things like this are really great. This one's a master, must be the assassin. They still don't know that I'm onto them. I'll let it be for a little while longer. So now I'll remain silent. Those are my rights. I won't answer any questions. You are protected under royal privilege. This is just formality and won't enter court records. That's good. It doesn't change anything. All right. That saves me the trouble. We'll have to live with each other for 72 hours. You're free to move about with supervision. If you have any requests, almost anything will be honored. Oh, okay. We're back to, whoa, okay. Back to Bisky and Hanzo. It's visibly larger. What do you think? Whoa. It used to look like a graceful floating dragon, and it gradually became fiercer and bulked up. His sister's death accelerated the change? Nobody told him, but he knows. The spines are a manifestation of self-defense. Anxiety, fear, stress, and trauma are clearly affecting the Nen beast. Interesting. Hanzo, Biscuit, shifts over. You sure you're going? I'll take care of this. Once we know who killed her, the prince and his Nen beast might calm down. If anyone touches or talks to my original body, I'll get called back. I need you to be my lookout. I need my beauty sleep, you know. You'll owe me one nature beauty pack. Fine. Hanzo skill. Hanzo skill 4, Art of the Doppelganger. I mean, we kind of, this is something that I think people talked about, right? We kind of assumed that Hanzo would have ninjutsu sort of skills because he's from, the Hunter x Hunter sort of equivalent of Japan and everything like that. Very interesting stuff. Okay. Very cool. I'm here to help. First, Prince Benjamin wants to see you. Prince Benjamin? This is a headhunt. We made a deal with the army. Nagomam next door is going to confess to the murder in his suicide note. But for court records, we'll need the specific killing method. You'll have to disclose your secret. Nen abilities and Nen beasts have become public, so now they're officially admissible as evidence in court. A detailed reveal of the ability on the note would be the perfect touch. I see. My ability is a doppelganger, astral projection, the touch. If I close my eyes and lay prone, my doppelganger can do anything within 20 meters. Okay. Nagomam is drugged right now. Help me stage the suicide. Sure. But how did you know I... Yo, Hanzo ain't playing no games. Yo, Hanzo, let's go. That was beautiful. That was like some kingdom level, like panel shifting. You know what I mean? Yo, I love that. You gotta read that again, yo. That was like so good. Nagamam is drugged right now. Help me stage a suicide. Sure. But how did you know it was a 50-50 shot. I just wanted to test you first. Bruh, he killed that dude, man. Oh my goodness. And this is the doppelganger, correct? Like, Hanzo ain't playing no games, yo. Hanzo ain't playing no games. Tell us, what are you gonna do? Haha, it's gonna be a surprise. But we can't go to the banquet. Yeah, we can't see you change the world, so tell us first. I'll give you a hint. Yeah, this Princess Nen beast is so weird. So odd, but really interesting. All the Nen beasts are always like fascinating. Then I'll put it over the PA system. What did you think of the Book of Tyson? Oh boy. Did it rock your world? Oh, every word resonated with me. Every line is so profound. I want to savor the experience. Just the chapter titles in the table of contents are so gripping I can't get past them. You just admitted you haven't read it. Yo. Just don't lie about stuff like that, man. Whenever you're praising people, like, and you want to lie about that praise, like, don't. People can tell. People can tell when you're being like when you're saying nonsense. I apologize. I haven't read it yet either. That's okay. There's a right time and place for everyone. But I guarantee that you have something special inside you. My book will send you to the next stage. Yes, my emotions are evolving. Say, Izu, I can't get rid of this. What's going on? Me neither. We're the only ones who can see it, and it seems to be harmless so far. Since there's none on Oral, Benjamin soldier, does that mean we found favor with the prince? Spread the news? Idiot, we don't know yet. There could be other rules. Izu, you're just in denial. Shut up. Why are you so happy-go-lucky? That's all for today. Same time tomorrow. Day 2, 12:30 p.m. Nothing from the assassins since 1 kill a day? 5 guards were killed on the first day. The conditions must not have been met this time. Kurapika, I'd like to be present. I'm sorry, but if there is a need to know, we have it, and the right to know. If we can't prioritize Prince Zhang Lei to get information, there's no reason for us to stay. Do you really think you can get through this with you and Bill alone? Wasn't it unexpected that they killed while everyone was watching? This must be the problem Bill was talking about just before I blacked out. I'll guarantee you'll get the information, but this time you'll have to wait. No. You know I'm right, security-wise. I need you to share all information on Nen that arises here. If you're arguing about us, I'll offer the compromise. Prince Halkenberg would rather call this whole thing off if possible. We need information on the Nen beast in order to settle this peacefully. Is that bird? This is that little feather thing. Interesting. All the guards had this mark on their left hands, including the prince. It won't wash off like a tattoo. According to the prince, he passed out right after he saw us all unconscious. When he came to, this mark was on his hand. What's strange is we don't remember blacking out, and it didn't occur to us as unnatural that he was sleeping at an odd hour. Memory revision is common in manipulator attacks. By erasing the memory of being attacked, they are less likely to panic with the sudden appearance of the mark. Memory revisions are overwhelmingly used by soliciting manipulators. Soliciting? The target is made to work for the manipulator within the choices he is given. Coercive. Depriving the target's freedom in mind and body. Pseudo-coercive. Taking physical freedom or driving them into a situation where they have no choice. 12th Prince Mozume's Nen Beast was this type. It uses comparatively less energy to manipulate more people. The mark has the same effect as what's used in real life, Udihal. A pen can record, teach, classify, sign, threaten, etc. How would you interpret this mark considering the Ninth Prince's personality? Expression of determination and solidarity. Solidarity would be solidarity would be closest. The prince keeps his resolve to himself, but when it comes to group decisions, his natural charisma influences the results. So this mark is proof of those who share the same aspirations. I agree. It makes sense that it was placed in a very visible location. But his aspirations are problematic. Yes, they're clearly contradictory. With what? Ninth Prince Halkenberg desires the abolition of the monarchy. This battle for the throne is a golden opportunity. But killing each other is not what he wants. He told the king he wished to withdraw, hoping it would end the contest. His sense of justice conflicts with his ambition. He's committed to his morals, even if that's the long, difficult path. But that may not be what the Nen Beast wants. This is like, yo, Tagashi, let's go, yo. Let's go. Applause for Tagashi, all right? This is great stuff. You know, if you're like complaining about the novel, stuff or whatever, you want to, the novel, like, this is great stuff. Like, if you're actually reading it and you're really taking it in and everything like that, this is awesome. This is cool. This is cool beans, y'all. This is great stuff. It's really, right? It's like, it's a complicated issue, right? Prince Halkenberg becomes complicated because in one sense, he has what he sort of like the right a particular goal, right, right, that he has, but then he has these sort of morals that he feels like he can't give up, or not give up, but he can't put aside, even if it's for this very important goal that he feels must be enacted, right? That must be achieved. And then the Nen Beast, that's like, I don't know what you want, Hockenberg, but I know what I want. You know what I mean? Like this is Dagachi. I love you. Let's move on. Can you see the number on my finger, by the way? Aura? No. So you're half awakened. You can use Nen in a limited fashion, but you can't control it yourself. The activation must have been tied to the prince's actions. But if the prince is similarly marked, it's a dangerous sign. What do you mean? If there are no differences in the mark, it indicates that the prince thinks he and his supporters are equal in aspiration. That idea itself is great, but it shows the risks of the ability are also equally borne among the marked. The more powerful it is, the more severe the limitations, and the stronger the recoil upon failure. If the prince is as his reputation says, I wouldn't be surprised if it risks his life. It's important for everyone with the mark to elucidate the whole picture of the ability as soon as possible so his faith doesn't become poison. Tell me anything you find out about his ability, and I can generate a specific plan. That's a great offer, but surely by now you appreciate 8th Queen Oito's desire to avoid bloodshed. We won't abuse the information. We trust you. But you're not speaking for all the princes, right? Third Prince Zhang Lei also prioritizes searching for a peaceable solution. We should force 9th Prince Hulkenberg into a situation where he has to choose between belief and justice. Talk is cheap. The Hawks are already taking action. The lower-ranking princes will be eliminated one by one if they don't band together. Takada's presence is a nuisance, but Kurapika's information is more valuable. I agree. Let's have the princes strike a deal and make that public. Protecting 14th Prince Wobble will lead to protecting Prince Hulkenberg. Kurapika's class, info on Hulkenberg's Nen Beast, the identity of the assassin. And most importantly, the information of Nen that would affect the battle for the throne. Yeah, and the immediate problem is identifying and arresting the assassin. That's what we should focus on. I'll make an appeal to the other princes through the association members. Getting the 3rd and 9th princes on our side is a big deal. If we could just find a way to withdraw from the battle while we bide the time. Room 1013. Hanzo doing his thing. My body's gone. Biscuit's gone too? What happened? Nobody's here? What in the world? Yo, look at this dragon though. The prince's Nen Beast is here? It's smaller, but more sinister. So the prince must be close by. Whoa. I can't get closer? What's going on? Does it attack without regard to friend or foe? Or can it even discriminate between the two? Room 1002. Second Prince Camilla, if there's anything we want, I'm going to kill First Prince Benjamin. Either help me or die. Make your choice. Aren't I nice? Prince Camilla, this isn't funny. To be continued. Yo, 100x100, yo. This arc is great. This is a great arc. I understand what people are saying. Sort of like it. Sometimes it can feel like disjointed, but that's kind of the point. It has to. It's really difficult to tell a story like this for it not to feel disjointed in the sense of like we're jumping from room to room, we're jumping from level to level. This is gonna happen. And that's what I always reread these chapters. So I understand generally what's going on, what's happening, all that stuff. So I love this chapter. This was great. Great stuff. That conversation with Kurapika, and other dude, that was awesome. And about Prince Hulkenberg, that was great stuff. It's that conversation was so emblematic of what Hunter x Hunter is. It's like they're always it's never right. like these are the type of situations in which Gon's like head would explode. You know what I mean? Because he'd have to like make a decision, then he'd stick with that decision, and if it didn't work out, he'd get super angry, and then he'd get, and then he'd end up in a hospital again. I mean, like, Gon can't handle this. This is all Kurapika. And Killua too, as well, as well. But I think Kurapika is particularly great for this. Great stuff. It's just great stuff. Yeah, Dragonite. It was pouring yesterday. I was with my fiance and her parents and two of our friends. We were at her parents' place, and it was just pouring. It was pouring when we left. Like, it started pouring when we got there. Luckily, like, we just got inside before it was really bad, and then it was just pouring when we were going back home. Wild stuff. Luckily, we found a parking space in front of our apartment, so that was awesome. But yeah, this was a great chapter, y'all. Hunter x Hunter giving us that greatness. Giving us that greatness. I love that. Like, you gotta choose, man. You can't always have, your ethics, your morals. You can't always you won't always be able to make a decision that incorporates all of those things unless you control. Unless you have like very deep control of the situation. And Camilla was, off-screen Oda. Camilla was just like, I'm gonna kill Benjamin. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna kill him. And he was like, if you don't help me, you could die too. Like, yo. And it's like I'm pretty sure she does know Nen. But it also has to do, she's royalty. Like, she's like that like spoiled royal brat. That's just like, I can do whatever I want. I'm gonna make this decision. It doesn't matter. Don't want to affect me. Like, spoiled, y'all. That's the kind of thing that spoiled people do. Spoiled people will like be super reckless. And you see them as kids, like spoiled kids, mad reckless. Spoiled adults, super reckless. They be doing stuff and you're like, what are you, like, sir, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, reckless stuff. And Camilla's kind of like that. Absolutely reckless. Like Benjamin, remember when Benjamin was walking? He was walking down that hallway and he was like, yo, I gotta kill her. I don't know if I can stop myself from just like ending these people. You know what I mean? Like, Benjamin clearly is like, Benjamin's probably an end master, which would be awesome. Because I think that's what makes Hunter x Hunter great. It's not right. It's not out of the realm of possibility that Benjamin is a Nen master and that Benjamin could actually be a better Nen user than Kurapika. Right? It's not out of the realm. He's older. Kurapika hasn't been using Nen probably. If you think about it, he probably hasn't been using Nen for nearly as long. Very interesting, right? Just because you are, right? If you're a hunter, you have to be able to use Nen, right? But just because you're not a hunter does not mean you can't use Nen, and it does not mean that you're not super powerful, right? Doesn't mean that. So, I mean, this chapter was really good. Love that, like, the little tidbits about being a master of Nen, being able to hide the fact that you're a master of Nen. I mean, this is the kind of stuff, y'all. Like, battles are never simple in Hunter x Hunter. It's always like, you just think about it. Just think about all the variables that Nen masters would have to like think about. Just from like walking, up to one another. All these little tangibles, all these little things that gives them bits of information. In terms of like, can I win this match? Should I fight this person? All this is really interesting. Camilla is like so funny. I love Camilla as a character. She's just like, well, if you in my way, you can go die. And a lot of these princes are very like, they act kind of like they're not stuck up or they're not spoiled or they're not, or they're not vain in certain ways. But it's like, it's very difficult to grow up in that kind of environment and be like, and not have some like modicum of like vanity or spoiled, like, or have some like semblance of like a spoiled nature, something like that, a spoiled personality or whatever. It's hard. It affects you in different ways. sometimes you might not even notice that that's the thing that you have. You know, just there's so many possibilities, Dan Zoto. So many possibilities just on the ship, yo. Just on the ship. I mean, and then when we get to the Dark Continent, like whoa. So many possibilities, y'all. So many possibilities. I mean, again, when I tell people, I'm like, yo, if you're not reading Hunter x Hunter manga, you're missing out. Missing out. Great stuff. Great, strategy conversations that are like very organic and realistic, right? If you have individuals that are smart, and this is the thing that bothers me. Sometimes people are like, people don't talk like that. I'm like, yes, they do. People talk like this all the time. Right, in terms of like the vocabulary, in terms of the cadence, certain things like that, right? Like in terms of like how they present themselves when they speak. Like I talk like that all the time when I'm at like schools, when I'm in meetings with people. I see that happen all the time. So I don't know what people are talking about. I don't really get it. And people are like, oh man, nah, nobody talks like that. People talk like that all the time in the workplace, offices, doesn't matter, nonprofits, schools, whatever. So it's a very organic conversation, right? Especially when you consider that one of the people that are within that conversation is Kurapika. Kurapika's on a level, yo. He's a genius, y'all. You understand this. So I love that conversation. It was awesome. It was an awesome conversation. And then we get those little tidbits like the number 4 that harkens back to Bisky training, going to Killua. Really cool stuff. And it's just so different, right? Bisky is just like, I just want to train these boys because I like them and they're cool and I want to see them succeed. And also I want this gem. But outside of the, wanting the gem, like she really does care about people. And like Kurapika is just like, everything that I'm doing right now is for my sake. Yes, it might be, might seem like it's for the sake of other people, but everything that I'm doing right now is so that I can move forward, so that I can progress, so that I don't die. Right? Like it's such an interesting like parallel, like not parallel, but like a parallel. Yeah, if you put them there, really interesting parallel. So I like those subtleties, right? Togashi will insert a little thing, and it prompts you to think about something else. It prompts you to remember something else that happened in the story, and to think about how those two things look when put next to one another, right? When they're juxtaposed. Really, really great stuff. Again, Hunter x Hunter is greatness, y'all. When it's here, it's here. When it's not, it's not. Really, really good stuff. What's going on, Savannah? Like when Togashi is here, Togashi is here. Great stuff. I'm actually going to end this stream now because I have to get to my last stream. So, if you want to join that last stream, by all means, come through. I do. I remember you, Savannah. So if you want to come through, there's going to be another stream that I'm going to start right after this one. It's probably going to be like 2 minutes after this one. No, I remember Bully Doc. I remember that channel. Yeah. But again, like make sure, for me, I always want to make sure that like the content is like, right, like my content is probably like suitable for people that are like 15 and up or something like that, 14 up maybe. So I always just want to make sure that like, the content that that's why I don't swear, right? Because like I always want to make sure that the content is good, it's suitable. If I don't want people to be uncomfortable and nothing like that. The stuff that I'm reading, that's tough. I probably more suitable for like 16 and up, 15 and up. So I always want to be careful about that. But okay, I'm gonna end this stream, and I'm gonna start doing my Promised Neverland stream because I'm waiting for that, because everybody's waiting for that stream. That's like, that's my manga. I love that manga. How do you make a live stream? You can go to YouTube. Like you can just like type in YouTube, like how do you make a live stream? That's how I did it. When I started this channel, I would just type in how do I start a YouTube live stream? And then it would go all over the information and stuff like that. You know, so that's what I did. No, it's okay. I mean, I'm gonna do another stream, so just come to that one, okay? Come to that one. Oh man, I'm looking forward to that chapter. Again, Savannah, The Promised Neverland. It's a pretty mature manga. Like it's pretty mature. So I'm gonna think about manga that I can suggest to you that you can read and aren't an issue. Okay, but I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna think long and hard about it because there are plenty of manga out there that like someone that's your age can read. Definitely. Because I remember when I was a kid, I was reading manga. I was like 13, 12. Well, no. I was watching anime, but when I started reading manga, yeah, I was probably close to that. I was probably like 16, 15. You're 8 years old, Savannah. What are you doing, Savannah? Sorry, no. I'm sorry. I don't think any of this stuff is suitable for you. And I'm just going to be perfectly honest about that. It makes me uncomfortable. You know? Cardcaptor Sakura, I'm not sure. Maybe. I don't know. I have to think about it because like there are some really deep, like maybe. I have to think about it. I'm going to ask my fiance because she loves Cardcaptor Sakura. My fiance adores that manga. I'm gonna think about it. There are definitely manga that an 8-year-old could read, but I'd have to like look into it and I'd have to figure that out. I'm gonna do? Like I'm gonna do a little bit of research because what I want is to make sure that right because like usually you shouldn't have a YouTube channel if you're under 13. So it's a little fuzzy. If you're under 13, it's a little fuzzy. So that's why I'm just being careful here. I have to look out for myself, but I also want to make sure that you're not uncomfortable. So I have to make sure that like when I'm doing this stuff, everything's being done correctly and that I'm being empathetic and everything like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm definitely going to look into manga that like, young readers read. Okay? And I'm going to figure that out. Okay, I'm gonna try to see. Cardcaptor Sakura might be a manga. It is with some stuff, but I think I think it's a young person's manga. Cardcaptor Sakura, Sakura is like 8 years old in that manga. She's like 7 or 8 years old. And she's the main character. So I'm gonna look into it. For you, okay? And then I'm gonna try to have videos that like younger people can view because I know that younger people use YouTube. I know young kids use YouTube. So I have to make sure that like this channel also like in some ways caters to that stuff. Okay? Hey. All right, Haikyuu, I gotta start reacting to that Haikyuu greatness. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna react to that Haikyuu greatness. The latest chapter, I'll react to it. Haven't read it yet, but I will do that. All right. Okay, I'm gonna go start the other stream now. Okay. And I'll see every one of you in like a couple of minutes, like 2 minutes. All right. The Black Manga Critic. This is my review / live reaction for Hunter x Hunter chapter 372. And I'm out.